Rude! Wake up. Sorry, you're making strange noises in your sleep. Oh, I guess I'm also in the living room? What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. Tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Ugh. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karen's snoring is louder than a sawmill. I had one roommate once who snored really loudly. I feel my person's pain. You find it very loud and very distracting. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. Anatoly sounds petrified. Oh no, did it flood? I looked out the door and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow. You can't steal big guy's optimism, Karen. Why not? That's all he has going for him. Whoa! Whoa! Rude! I'm sure he has a lot going for him. He seems like a very nice guy. I know nothing else about him, but I'm sure he has more than just his positive attitude. Ugh. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's like strong guy. Ha ha ha. Knock it off, you two. Maria, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? Is she a weather person? I give it a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow. Oh, maybe you are a weather person. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room. Hey, that works. Sounds like you're stealing Anatoly's thunder. Anatoly, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it? Yeah. Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yes. That bookshelf has some great books on arts and crafts and natural science. Oh, artisan crafts. Artisan crafting. Oh my god, I can't read. Artisan crafting and natural sciences. I let them sit there gathering dust. Yeah, those sound great. Also really good to have those available at this cabin. How did you arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of the year, multiply it by a factor of... Maria begins to explain meteorology to you. Oh, okay. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It's similar to, where... So the first thing you need to understand... Minutes of explanation feel like hours. No, I think that it would be really cool. You look over at Anatoly. He's listening intently to Maria. So intently, he hasn't blinked yet. You can see his eyes drying up. And a tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Maria finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps. I would clap! Tough crowd. Maria, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it. Yeah. Anatoly turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Why isn't this a group effort? Me too. Oh god. It looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Except for you. With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. Oh gosh. You get out some crusty bread and get to work on making some more jam. I'm gonna save. I have so many different save slots in this game. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the chompettes.
Hello.
Hello, you're so cute. Don't worry, as leader of the chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us. Am I not human? That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell them about us. Ha ha ha. Are your plans going awry? Got another cornbread classic for you. I love his little laugh. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast. No. Oh. That one's been done to death. Do you know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You tell her no.
Raspberry.
Raspberry milkshake. Ooh, that sounds good. You let out an audible groan. Did cornbread teach you that one? Nope. Wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun. Haha, it was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette comedy competition this year. Oh, that's right! That's a thing!
Raspberry.
Of course. Not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about that closing line, Bread. You're going to do great this year. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. I wasn't going to. Just more, do you, like, know about more food in the house? Also, Potato, I'm concerned for your well-being. Chompettes stick together through thick and thin.
Raspberry.
Rain or shine. Feast and famine. Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again. Oh my God! Life or death. That's right. Chompettes, move out. Oh my God, Potato, no. The Chompettes somehow managed to close the drawer on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. You need my, like, Potato of friendship sticker. Karen interrupts as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left and the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread. Karen is right. What the heck is the matter with you? You grip the knife tightly in your hand. You think this is enough for 5 of us? You didn't plan better. Wait, we can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Anatoly, will mold spores give us food poisoning? You can also just cut off the moldy bits. I'm sorry, I grew up pretty broke, and there were times where all we could eat was, like, buttered bread and some homegrown chopped up radish. Like, that was it for, like, weeks. You can cut off the mold of bread and you'll be fine. I'm no scientist, even though technically there's still more mold on it that's invisible, but who cares? You'll live. Sorry. Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave with the floodwaters, so this will have to last us another day. Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. Oh, no. Savor it. Just little bits throughout the day. He looks like a duck eating bread. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had when we left Ukraine. Oh, gosh. Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we just give it a chance. Anatoly, where are you getting that information from? one of the books on the bookshelf about the climate here. You're illiterate, so that's definitely a lie. What? I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying. I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think that he's smart, but I can tell he's just staring at the page, faking it. Wow, girl. What do you think? Anatoly doesn't know his weather conditions. From a hole in the ground, Karen is correct. Anatoly can read. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I want to defend Anatoly. You must be going blind then. Ugh. Thanks. I don't know why Karen would make something like that up about me. I'm now concerned. Are you actually illiterate? You aren't fooling anyone, Anatoly. Karen has stormed off. Thanks for backing me up. Ah. Happy to do it. Good to have someone so positive around. Anatoly looks relieved. You think he'll remember that? I guess let's call it a day. He might remember it. If he wrote it down in a journal, would he be able to read it? Sure. Yeah. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 10 minutes later. Hey. Oh, can you really not read? Karen likes to find somebody's weakness and use it against them when she's frustrated. Just wanted to thank you for backing me up earlier. You're very sweet to do that. Anatoly looks at you with a look of admiration. Heh. See you tomorrow. Aww. Anatoly looks like he's blushing as he walks away. Really? Is this a dating sim? You're definitely sure Anatoly will remember that. Aww. Oh, I thought that had been my relationship with Gregor. So that was Anatoly? You ready for bed and put a blanket on. Go to bed very hungry. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer could run if it's startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive. Yawn. I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. No. It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. That doesn't make us feel any better, Anatoly. I mean, it's true. Y'all can survive a day without food. Also, again, y'all should have planned this better. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Anatoly leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone goes to a separate area. Karen in the bedroom, Gregor in the living room, Maria in the kitchen, and Anatoly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Well, the next place I was going to explore was the bathroom. And I feel like Anatoly is the one that I've maybe upset with my food management. So let me talk to him. Eek. I'm done using the bathroom. Sorry, I must have been daydreaming. Anatoly looks at you oddly. Do you ever daydream? Literally every day. You bet. Of course not. That's childish. Only about rivers of blood, wells filled with entrails, and villagers' flight. Oh my god! You bet. Of course. It's a natural way to fill in gaps of boredom. That's how I fall asleep. And what do you daydream about? Cooking? You nod. Yeah, I thought so. I can tell that you have a history with cooking. So, you can tell Anatoly is struggling with small talk. What's the best thing you've ever cooked? Ooh, a feast fit for a queen. That vegetable stew from earlier. Children! really want to choose children, but I'm not going to. I wouldn't say the vegetable stew because the cabbage rolls looked better, so I guess this one. A royal feast, eh? Wonder who it was for. You'll have to tell me sometime. Okay? Anatoly is looking at you dreamily. He will definitely remember that. Yay! Later. Why is this a dating game now? You decide to head back to the others. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. Wish the rain would just stop. You're all doing great. We must be almost to the end of this nightmare. I'm so hungry. Me too. You are too. You wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. There are ways to combat cravings. It's one day. I mean, I guess yesterday you only had some bread and jam. But still! You go to bed with a growling stomach. Actually, it probably wouldn't be growling by then. I don't remember. I've definitely done like 24-hour fasts. I think after a while it just like gives up. Lots of dots. You have a strange dream. Oh god. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray. Oh god, no. But he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. You show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage, and he pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat. Is it gonna do a jump scare again? Oh. Okay, so I have cooked children. I have murdered children. I'm a blood-lusting, hungry murder monster. Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. Well, also, you just don't have energy, so you sleep a lot more. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear a stirring of blankets, arms, and legs. Maria looks petrified. I couldn't sleep. Anatoly has bags under his eyes. The storm is too loud. Karen looks out of it. The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregor looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out the window. And? Couldn't see anything due to the rain. Great observation, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. I kept pacing around my bed. Karen turns to you. When is this going to end? How would I know? I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Unfortunately, we're going to need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. As soon as the weather lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Didn't you have a map on you? I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Haha. Maria and Anatoly go white as a sheet. How are we going to find our way back now? We'll have to ride out the storm. Maria looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. The group stares at you. It will clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor's putting on a fake optimism and Maria is having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? Oh. I haven't had any moments with Gregor, but Maria looks way more freaked. I'm gonna chat with Gregor though. Because I've already had a moment with her. I don't know. I'm really torn. Oh, I need to be fair. I need to be fair. Oh, hey. I know you already searched the kitchen. Wait, has anyone searched the basement? But I had to double check. A fool's errand. I wish everyone was in better spirits. It can't rain forever, right? Rainfall in this area can last days to weeks. You tell Gregor to stay strong. You know what? Thank you. The group is really thankful for your kindness. Gregor blushes a little bit. He blushes a lot. I always wanted to be the one that kept everyone in good spirits. But it's obvious you do that much better. Gregor is looking at you fondly. You're sure Gregor will remember that? Yay! The rain is pounding hard against the wooden cabin. But at least none of it is getting inside. Oh, don't say that. Now it's gonna get inside. You tell Gregor to keep his spirits up and join the others. You call everyone together. They all look grim. You could cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at you. They're expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch. And slowly all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Karen is the first to eat hers. She chews each bite a few hundred times before swallowing. Anatoly chews his cautiously, opening his mouth once he finishes each bite. Maria nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. It was gone in an instant. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you've run out of options. You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. Good morning. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. I mean, you can hear it. It's still flooding. What are we going to do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or 2, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here. But do you really think it will rain that long? Anatoly, it's been days already. What makes you think it will stop soon? Heck. Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Y'all did not do any research of this place. You did not prepare appropriately. Like, fingers crossed it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared. But you need to survive. Kieran and Gregor begin to discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Maria in the kitchen? Or Anatoly in the living room? Think instead about everything you've done wrong and how you've doomed everyone. I'll speak with Maria. Hey. Maria looks relieved to see you. Yay! How are you holding up? Better question, how are you holding up? Not very good. That's very sweet of you to ask. Maria's looking at you intently. That's very intently. She gets a little closer to you. I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. Usually I have to pick it out of the foods the others make. But you respected that. Well, yeah. I was a vegetarian for 8 years, and I hope to be a vegetarian again someday. Like, always respect people's dietary restrictions. Thank you. Maria's looking at you with admiration. I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks again. Of course. You're definitely sure Maria will remember that. Oh, dang. You decide to check out the drawer again. Good, I was hoping. Oh, hi, Potato. Yes, Potato, where the others are. They'll be back. They wanted to explore the labyrinth of tunnels around the cabin. Surely you've seen the mouse holes, right? They connect all over the cabin. Must have been some mouse that created them. Or something worse. Anyways, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Things are gonna get worse from here on out. Oh god. I have a feeling Potato is telling the truth. You realize some drool leaking out of your mouth. Disgusting. Don't even try to eat me. Just get deathly sick if you tried. And from the look of you, you need to retain all the water you can. From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense measure for basic survival this week. Wow, thanks. You know, there are like 5 of us in this cabin. I am not the only one at fault here. You knew something like this would happen, right? Never mind. With floodwaters rising and no food now, I think it'd be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that will determine if you live or die. Ooh, okay. Explain. Age. Okay. Height. Weight. And your degree of activity or inactivity. That makes sense. You've been especially lazy, so I think you'll survive a little longer than the others. The Harris-Benedict equation that can help you figure out how many calories you need to simply maintain your current weight. The equation produces a number called the basal metabolic rate, or BMR. I know all about that. Stay with me here. BMR equals 655 plus 4.35x weight in pounds plus 4.7 times height in inches minus 4.7 times age in years. Oh, I didn't know the actual equation. I've just punched it into a computer. Got it? For fun, let's try it out on someone here. Maria. Using Harris-Benedict. She looks like she's 120 pounds? Yeah, more or less. About 5 feet 5 inches tall? About 20 years old? Crunching the numbers. Thinks she need about 1388 calories daily. But that's being abnormally stationary. She has to lay in bed all day and night, just eating, breathing, and using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to get up more. If she was being very active, let's say swimming through floodwaters, we need to multiply that by 1.9. So now she needs 2,638 calories per day. That's quite the difference, especially if you didn't ration the food properly. Which you didn't. I guess that wraps up our first survival lesson. Hopefully we'll never have to speak again. Okay? Shut the drawer. Going over the numbers again. I mean, yes, that's the amount of calories to maintain your current weight, but if you know, they're not like in desperate starvation weight loss mode quite yet. They're, you know, the longer you delay, the weaker you're going to be. It's just right now you still have some energy because you still have the weight that you have, and whatever food you do have in you. So, like, if you were going to try to swim the floodwaters, do it sooner rather than later. Don't lose your strength. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. Oh my gosh. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Maria, I used to swim all the time near my house, so I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No. Let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Anatoly. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Gregor, Sounds good to me. Karen! His arms are definitely the longest, so he's probably the best at climbing trees out of all of us. No, that wouldn't be right, Gregor. Let me go instead. I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We'll each pick one from my hand. And the shortest will go outside to search for food. Aww. This is sad. Also, Karen, I want you to die. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths, so you can tell which is the biggest one of the bunch. You pick it. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anatoly? Karen? Will it be Looks like I've got the shortest. Aww. Maria. Maria. It's okay. She looks so... Okay, so, like, her here and then, like, Karen versus standing or at the dinner table, like, so different. I watched the Anatoly forage earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area. Maybe you'll find a fish out there. Yo, you should have, like, do nets or something, like if you had sticks, like tie them together with like a net on the end or a basket and like dip that in the water. As long as it's not like rushing crazy fast, you probably could have caught some fish. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karen, Anatoly, and Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise. Not me? She promised. Everyone watches as Maria leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. Is it because I had the highest relationship points with her? The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then silence. Maria has left the cabin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun is completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You get ready to— oh my god, dead to me is the achievement! You get ready for bed and easily pass out. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel, and then you try pushing it into the oven. What's with you, dude? Her legs are so strong you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking into the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair cause you to throw up on the embers. Ugh. You can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. Your burns chill with the wind. The guest looks behind her, and her eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fury rips trees out by their roots, soil from the ground, rocks from their pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Their stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall into the pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You awake in a cold sweat. Ah! I even knew! God. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Maria. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karen. How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Anatoly and Gregor look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Karen. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back? What are we supposed to eat? Mice? Karen. I'm sure Anatoly will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. Every waking thought is about food now. I never should have eaten that much. Karen's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anatoly just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. You're sure Maria will make it back? She promised. Everyone retreats to their areas. What do you want to do today? I have not talked to Karen. I feel like I should talk to Karen. I don't want to talk to Karen. But I'm gonna talk to Karen. Hey, you don't have to lie to me. I know Maria's not coming back. I don't know where she came up with her being the best swimmer. I guess the only one that would know that would be Anatoly. Last summer, Anatoly would watch her swim from the shore. He could have been a lifeguard. Such a good swimmer. She never went under, but what if she did? He would have pulled her out easily. Why would she lie about something like that? Karen seems deep in thought. Maybe it's better to leave her alone. You close the door softly. No, I wanted to gain friendship points. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'd be fine with just the strawberries. Haha. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. You would too. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. You fall asleep quickly, but you only dream about desecrating a corpse! You wake in a cold sweat. In a completely different room. What? Who did I kill? Who did I kill? I killed someone. Who's missing? Oh my god. Good morning. Karen's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? Cook. What choice do I have? You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. You cooked meat. Real small. Okay, I murdered someone. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. I murdered Maria, didn't I? Where did you... The three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? Oh, achievement unlocked, a downward spiral? You explain how the meat is stored securely, hidden, so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Anatoly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. His taste is... Oh, we ate Maria. Gregor wants herself. We definitely ate Maria. This is Maria. Anatoly returns looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Anatoly? Oh, you even Sam! Anatoly takes a cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Kieran leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, but I had the best relationship with Maria. Is that why she died? Because I want to talk to Anatoly. But I don't want him. But I don't want Gregor to die either. Oh, God. You knock on the door first. Anatoly? You slowly open the door. Thanks for checking in on me. You ask if he still feels sick. Not anymore. I think it was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you. You're sure Anatoly will remember that? It's the cheery music. Leave Anatoly and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Hours pass. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. Perseverance. God, eating will just make them hungrier. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. Only one meal a day, guys. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time, and there will be no dinner. Fine. I understand. I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith. But he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply, forge me a new eye, then. You laugh. But then the ropes come out. He ties you to your chair with a long rope to prevent you from struggling. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker rope. No turning back now. He takes a hot poker out of the coals, holding it in front of his face. You can see his beard and eyes watching you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. The force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. You vomit all over your chest as the smell of your decimated eye floods your nostrils. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body. You wake in a cold sweat. I don't like it. I don't like it. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? God, no. What was that? What was that in the trees? The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Indoors person? Will Maria make it back? Come on. You know. You don't want to think about it, but you know. This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m., I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise, like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. when she's whispering. It's like she's trying to tell you something. Right? Yeah, oh god! Oh, okay. I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. But that's just a broadcast. Right? Jesus, this face! Oh god, I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. One step closer to Maria. It's what she would have wanted. What's gotten into you, Anatoly? Anatoly's eyes look at you, begging. Bring us another slab. Please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Please help me. Anatoly, oh no, I'm gonna kill you next, because you have the highest hearts. Gregor looks pained at Anatoly's words. I think he's right. See, I should've gone all in on Karen. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. Looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole. Like a duck does when eating bread. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using his spoon. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Maria. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karen. You didn't notice her even start to eat. There's just an empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? Explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. Ugh. How could you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What are we supposed to do now? Walk around? Wait around again? The storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Maria. No! Or forage for plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. Oh no! Anatoly's dead. Anatoly's dead. Please, Anatoly. You can swim back after a few hours. Gregor is right, Anatoly. Oh, I am going... Maybe you'll find Maria out there. I am going all in on Karen. All in on Karen. I'm gonna try to save Gregor. Oh, God. I think Maria's fine by herself. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. No, we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. Heh. Y'all, it's been like a week and y'all immediately were just like, cannibalism equals fine. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to the bed ravenous. God, Maria. Something is approaching.
Onion.
Hey! Don't be a crybaby. It's just me! Onion! Not going to be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Please? Don't you trust me? You shake your head. No, I want to save Anatoly. Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? Oh, I did not. It will help prevent colds and ward off viruses.
Onion.
That was a lie. The fun factoid of that myth, people actually believed it in the 1500s. Oh, okay.
Boy, boy.
How embarrassing. Who would believe that? Haha.
Boy, boy.
There even was a doctor in 1919 who caused a surge of people believing it. Haha. Anyways, you know what smells like a raw onion left in a room?
Boy, boy.
You! It's been a while since your last bath, right? You can't remember. Could smell you before I even came into the room.
Onion.
Yikes! So can you stop Anatoly from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. It will be impossible to stop a grown man from leaving.
Onion.
Please. We don't need another one stalking the hallways. Tapping on the windows. Crying through the radio. You have the sudden urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around?
Onion.
Scared to death I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle to Cabbage about you. She can be as mean as Potato if you get on her bad side.
Onion. Onion.
Just kidding, she's great. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates.
Boy, boy, boy.
They're made of butter slices, so I'll get to skate around the frying pan tomorrow.
Onion.
Later. God, okay. Your mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Shout out and thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you! If you'd like to support the show, check out my Patreon page and my Redbubble store. Links are included in the description down below. That's right, I got swag. Swag as in merch, not swag as in swagger. I'm still a nerd. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!